Alright, what's going on, guys? Trey back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be a video giving my thoughts on the recent announcement from Warner Brothers at Comic-Con 2013 that we will be seeing a Batman Superman live-action movie, should be hitting summer 2015. So that being said, a few people wanted to hear my thoughts on what I think the movie will be like, what I think the potential is for the movie, and whether or not I think it's going to be any good. So I called this kind of a couple months ago. Not that I called that it was going to be Superman Batman, but I called the Justice League. I said that I did not believe the Justice League is getting made, and I was basically right. Now the reason for that being, and the reason for me thinking that, was because we had not seen almost anything about Justice League. We hadn't heard about people being, starting to be put together or anything like that. They said they were doing it, but then, there was mixed reports, lots of rumors, lots of different things happening, and they said they're also doing Man of Steel 2. So it all got very confusing as to when are they doing Justice League. Marvel's put out the Avengers. We're going to be seeing the Avengers 2 in a couple years. So when's DC going to come back with their Justice League? Now, it seemed like to me they just couldn't really get it down. They couldn't seem to get it all together to the point where they're going to get ready to get started on production and everything like that, and really let us know if that's for sure what's going to happen, and a release date and everything of the sort. It seems like now that has morphed into a Superman Batman movie, which I don't have a problem with. I think that maybe they felt like it would be too difficult to get all these different iconic DC characters like your Flash, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, of course Superman and Batman, maybe Martian Manhunter and Hawkgirl or Hawkman or a couple other members, all together in one movie and have it make sense and everything of the sort. Maybe just was too big of a feat, or it was too unconcentrated. They felt like they couldn't really concentrate enough, which is where I think the reason why they decided to go with a Superman Batman movie, a live action movie, is because they'll be able to, instead of Justice League where you have so many different superpowered characters, in this type of a movie, they'll be able to concentrate a little bit more, because you're just going to have your Superman and Batman, really. And I don't know, I'd be surprised to see if there's any other, superhero type characters involved, like your Robin or anything like that. Robin's been done so poorly in the past anyway. I don't know if they want to touch that. And any other like superpowered, Green Lantern, any other Justice League type characters. So I think this makes sense for them to go this direction, which you still get Superman and Batman in the same movie, and it's a concentration of both, and they can kind of split it half and half, so they could have like half the movie, at least at the beginning until they join forces or whatever. You could have part of it focus on the new Batman, part of it focus on the Henry Cavill Superman, and it does appear that Henry Cavill's going to stay in the role. It sounds like that. Basically confirmed that Henry Cavill's going to stay as Superman, so that's good to know. But what we don't know is who's going to be Batman in the movie. We don't know if maybe Christian Bale could return. I think that'd be awesome if he was willing to do that. But I think that they're going to be trying to take a new direction away from the Dark Knight trilogy and kind of center this into a different universe where the Dark Knight is not a part of, totally different universe. So maybe because of that, they would not want to go with a Christian Bale. For me, just after hearing from the Comic-Con news and everything, there was a line that was read in the announcement from The Dark Knight Returns, which is a Batman story, really, but Superman is in it, in an interesting role where he actually plays the antagonist, kind of, if you're following Batman. Well, he kind of does. Yeah, I don't know. It's a pretty complicated story. It's a great story. Great story. So probably my favorite Batman story of all, maybe. The animated version of it, I felt like The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2 were probably even better than the Dark Knight Dark Knight Rises live action movie. The problem with that is that a lot of North Americans just can't get into the animated style. They can't get into animation. So I think that this makes more sense for them to go this route, and maybe they'll do like a merger of The Dark Knight Returns with another story, maybe, and kind of form them together into a live-action movie with both Superman and Batman. It'd be really cool to see in the movie Superman and Batman duke it out and fight against each other. I don't know if that's where they're going with this. Based on the quote that was read at Comic-Con, it sounds like it is. And that would be like the all-time ultimate, comic book fanboy battle on the big screen you could ever imagine. Superman versus Batman on the big screen live action. From basically the storyline from Dark Knight Returns. That would be epic as hell. I can't actually think of anything more epic than that in the history of comic books. Superman versus Batman live action. No. I don't think anything could top that. So I hope that's what they're going to do, but I don't know. They might be squeamish about that, about doing a Superman versus Batman. Instead, what I think they'll probably do is like do something along the lines of like, have your Joker and Lex Luthor maybe join forces and then have Superman and Batman join up to stop them type of thing. Like a lot of the animated movies we've had in the past of Superman, Batman, this kind of stuff. Either Public Enemies or, there's lots of different storylines from the comics. We've seen lots of cartoons done, Superman, Batman adventures, have Lex and the Joker join forces together. These different types of ideas, these different types of things. So while I am saddened that we're not getting a Justice League movie, I am happy to hear that they're going to at least try to do a live-action combination where they have a couple heroes together. And if I can think of, two of the best that could possibly be put together, Superman and Batman is a good combination, I would like to think, for that. So I am very excited to see in the next couple years, it's supposed to hit 2015, what it ends up being, what it ends up looking like, if there's a teaser trailer or anything of the sort. All we have right now is the logo, which, to look at the logo, the bat symbol in it looks a lot like your Dark Knight Returns Frank Miller bat symbol. It does. This one right here, where it's like, it's not your usual bat symbol. It's got this very stylized bat symbol. You see how it's kind of like, it doesn't look... I don't know, it looks more like a Batarang, it looks more like classical, because it's rounded more, this symbol, than a lot of the other bat symbols. So that tells me that maybe they are going with the Dark Knight Returns route. And if that's the case, I'll be very excited to see the movie. Might be one of the most anticipated movies ever. I mean, just think about the advertising and the epicness and people wanting to see Batman versus Superman on the big screen in live action. Wow, that would be hard for anybody to top. That would be crazy. I hope that's what they're doing. I really do. The other route, the joining forces against maybe the Joker and Lex Luthor or something like that, that would be awesome too. That'd be a lot of fun too. But I don't think you can compete with the Dark Knight Returns storyline. That would be crazy to see on the big screen. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the Superman Batman movie announcement. As far as I know, it's not like the Justice League announcements, because they did a few times. There was, internet rumors and stuff. No, this is legit. They're actually doing Superman Batman, and instead it seems like Justice League. Whether or not they're still doing Man of Steel 2, I don't know. I thought they were. I thought that was confirmed, but I don't know if this is Man of Steel 2, kind of, or if they're going to do Man of Steel 2 and Superman and Batman. So I guess we'll see how it all turns out. But either way, I am pretty stoked to see what DC is going to bring. They got to bring something, man. Marvel's been killing it with the Avengers, and Man of Steel was great too, and Dark Knight Rises was awesome too. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to the crossovers, Marvel has been killing it by taking their characters and putting them in the same movie together. DC really has to step that up. Their single movies, Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight Trilogy, Man of Steel, are killer, amazing films. But Marvel's been able to put those characters together in the Avengers and get them together and get it working. I really want to see DC do that. So hopefully Superman Batman turns out good, and maybe eventually after that we'll see a Justice League movie. So either way, though, if it's the Dark Knight Returns storyline, that's hard to beat. Even Justice League storylines are hard to beat, even though there's some good ones. Anyway, I think that's probably it for my thoughts on this topic, guys. Please let me know what you guys think about the concept of Superman Batman live-action movie on the big screen. And yeah, I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.